I'm Malcolm Horne. I'm the Group CEO of Broll Property Group. We focus on occupiers as well as investors of property, and we have a dynamic team of high-performance individuals focusing on any property need in the occupier or investor space across the continent. I think what we're going to see is more change, more tough times before times get better. We're going to wait for our economy to turn. You're going to find interesting rental structuring deals happening. You're going to find landlords reducing rentals, shorter lease terms are going to be negotiated, more risk is going to be shared between landlord and tenant. And I think we're going to ultimately see when the economy turns that both landlord and tenant are going to benefit from the negotiations that happen in this phase of our economy. Yeah, I think the word collaboration is an interesting one, and I think we're seeing more and more companies realizing we can't do it on our own. You can't be an island in the middle of an economy or in an industry ignoring everything around you. And more people are reaching out to us, and we're reaching out to them, and we're finding common ground, and we're finding common solutions. And I think that's a positive collaboration. We're seeing a lot of occupiers revisiting what they're doing, looking at a more sophisticated occupier, offering a model as to what they do, how they position their brand in the market, where they need to be, how they need to optimize costs, how they need to write strategies for their business. So we're seeing a lot more collaboration in that space and a lot more sophistication coming to market to such an extent that we've created a special dedicated team just focusing on occupier retail strategies and collaboration. Are we being innovative? That would be the question. I think we're so entrenched in the change already that what you might think is innovation is already happening. So I think there's a lot of freedom in changing minds, changing thoughts, changing ways of doing things, pop-up stores or weekend stores, a lot more focus on, and this horrible word of non-GLA income is the most awful word that's ever been invented because it's such a generic term. But if you have a look at what is in that, and it's how we actually make revenue out of space in malls, how we practically open our teams' minds and build teams around revenue generation for non-traditional areas of shopping centres. I think there's a big effort in that space to such an extent that some landlords are actually insourcing that as part of our contract, and I think that's a changer for us. I think the tradition, more and more that is expected of a property management business, and we are mobilising ourselves in that space to add that value to our client base.